Today is quite an important day for the price of Bitcoin. We have the CPI data that will be released a little bit later. As you can see over here, 8 p.m. Central European Time, we have the interest rate decision that will be announced by the Fed. So please trade cautious today as we can get some nice volatility on risk on assets depending on what those decisions are going to be announced. And also half an hour later, we have the Fed conference, and usually depending on the questions that gets asked, the price can also get some nice volatility to either the up or to the downside. So now let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin and see, well, can we still expect massive momentum here to the upside? Because I see everyone is expecting an explosion here from Bitcoin. But perhaps, what if the price falls down? It maybe pumps into the news, it falls down once the market has processed the news. Also, remember, the special is not going to last forever. Go and take advantage of this 10% cashback when you use the link down in the description to sign up. And also, if you've already used the link, it's for existing users as well. Put some money into your features account and you get cash back to trade with, either to use towards fees or just trade with and keep the profits. Here you will see down in the description under exchanges, it is the first link. Okay, we also have the World Series of Trading starting here on Bybit very soon. Okay, in preparation, make sure that you use the link down here in the description to sign up so that we can form that team that's going to kick some butt. Myself and Andy will also be very active inside of our Legends Discord trading community. First link here down in the description to make sure that we analyze the charts together and take those sniper entries so that we can potentially walk away with some amazing prize money. Okay, I will share the link once it's ready for that World Series of Trading here on Bybit. Make sure that you use the link here to sign up so that you can come and join our team. Let's go and analyze the price of Bitcoin together. Looking at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour time frame, the one thing I just wanted to point out over here is that we are officially back inside the range. Okay, you can see with this nice little pump that we had here to the upside, we broke back into the range, we've retested it, and now we've got some nice green volume supporting a potential stay above the value area low of this entire range that we've been in since March. Okay, but now you can also see that we are competing with this downsloping trend over here. Okay, so the question is, you want to see a successful break of this trend, okay, with some nice green volume supporting the momentum to the upside. And the next areas of major resistance, you can see we have a high volume node over here, and we also have a high volume node over here. Okay, first high volume node is at let's call it $64,000. Second high volume node is at $66,900. And the reason I have two high volume nodes inside of this range, depending on which exchange you use to do your analysis on. Some exchanges has it at this level, where my exchange has it at the $67,000 level over here. Okay, so I've just placed them both because I do know that high volume traded during a consolidation inside of the range can definitely offer massive resistance for price to continue to the upside. Okay, so if we do successfully break out here, depending on the interest rate decision that's going to be made later today, okay, maybe we have a successful breakout here to the upside, definitely an area to pay attention to for a possible rejection. And what you would like to see, if we do reject here by $64,000, you want to see a retest of the trend. We should not lose the value area March range again. We now need to stay inside the range, which will then increase the probabilities of coming to tap the top of the range once again in the coming weeks and months at $70,245. So you want to see a successful breakout with nice green volume supporting the momentum to the upside. You want to see a three-wave corrector structure to the downside for correction, and then perhaps, okay, we smash it on the second attempt, that $64,000 level, and then we could potentially now compete with the second level at let's say $67,000. But I mean, price is still very far away. I'm not sure if price is just going to rocket here to the upside non-stop, just breaking through all of these resistances on the first attempt. So definitely an area to pay attention to at $64,000. Let's go and analyze this little local structure here on the smaller time frames. Looking at Bitcoin here on the 15-minute time frame, okay, the momentum is still up. So it means that longs are still in our favor. The trend is your friend until the very end. And for now, the trend is still our friend. It has not lost momentum. And this looks like a correction where price can still correct. And now I'm just keeping an eye on this downsloping trend over here. You can see, just zooming into the structure, simply just connecting the pivots over here for potential breakout here to the upside for higher momentum, or we are going to lose use this local low is quite an important low over here. This local low, okay, which will then change this local market structure inside of this little mini range that we are in on the 15-minute time frame. If price finds momentum here to the downside and it breaks this low here at $58,867, give or take, okay, we do unfortunately increase the probabilities because we're starting to change small market local structure where you are now making a lower low, okay? You want to keep the market structure intact where we could come back up for a lower high and continue and break the trend to the downside. So for the bears, that's what you want to see. On the smaller time frames, for the bears, you want to see us break the $58,000 level successfully, which can then confirm that price can start rolling over back to the downside and not break this trend like I've just shown you on the 4-hour time frame successfully. Okay, for the bulls, what you would like to see is for the price of Bitcoin to find strength from where it is more or less in this area over here. Also, when I take a Fibonacci, okay, just zooming to this structure, because this is the price action that everyone is interested in. So when I take a fib here from this impulse here to the upside, from the low to the high, you can see where we got the small little bounce. We had the dump last night, failing to break the trend to the downside. There was some local berry CVD as well. We fell down. I highlighted this trade in our Legends Discord community last night, which played out to perfection. And I told the Legends I'm planning to take profits as my final profit-taking area here by the 0.382. There was a daily level a little bit further up, but we just smashed through that daily level. My TP got hit while I was sleeping, so a successful trade in the bag nonetheless. If you'd like to join our Legends trading community, first link down in the description. Okay, so for the bulls, what you would like to see over here is we've already tapped the 0.382. Perhaps we come down, okay, we tap the 50% fib level like we did here from the 0.382 level over here. Perhaps one more sweep of the lows and acceptance back above, where this pivot will be quite critical, okay? We need to get back above this pivot over here. So that pivot is around about $59,600. So if price, okay, comes down here, it taps the 50% fib level and we get acceptance back above this pivot, that could look quite juicy where you are not taking this low, okay? The structure is still up where you have a high, you have a higher low, you have a higher high, where you will then form a higher low, okay, looking at the structure over here, where the bulls still have a chance to break this trend and potentially even the 4-hour trend line here to the top, where we could see another explosion here to the upside to round about this point of control at $63,911. If we do get momentum here to the upside, another critical level that I'm definitely keeping my eye on is the 0.786 from this entire structure. So when I zoom out here onto the 1-hour time frame, very important to keep an eye on this level. When I take a fib here from the high to the low that we've made, okay, you can see the reaction that we got at the 0.618 level at $60,350. Okay, I'm still going to pay close attention to the 0.786 level over here because you can see the reaction that we had when we tapped the 0.618 level. So definitely a chance if the bulls find the strength to break through here. Okay, this could definitely be an area of rejection that I will be watching very closely. And then a little bit further up, that $64,000 that I've been talking about. But this could potentially be a successful breakout. You retest the trend, okay, from a retesting perspective, and you continue the momentum here to the upside. If you break out here, the one thing I just want to highlight, let me just clean up the chart so that everyone can see clearly, take the fib here out the way. If we do break out from here, okay, let's say the bulls take control, we break out, maybe we reject here by the 0.786 level or further up by the $64,000 level, and we come back for a retest and we get acceptance back below this 4-hour trend that I've just shown on the higher time frame. You're also breaking this momentum line here to the upside. You do increase the probabilities for a deeper correction here to the downside, potentially even losing the value area low of March once again. Okay, so for the bulls, to stay in control, we need to stay above. Okay. For the bears, what you would like to see is a rejection potentially. If we do get the pump, we lose the momentum, and then we could potentially expect another retest, lower high form over here for momentum here to the downside. Also, it's not to say that we have to go and take the high. We have to just play out all possible scenarios over here. Okay, definitely the possibility here on the smaller time frame, like I've just shown everyone, is that it's just never guaranteed, okay, that we're going to get blast off here to the upside. What if we don't break this trend? We come smashing down here. We claim this low, we're starting to change local market structure, and then the momentum just continues here to the downside, losing the trend, okay? Key sign, the trend is your friend until the end. Potentially, this could be the end. If we don't get a successful bounce here, you lose the trend, you come back, you retest the scene of the crime, where we could find ourselves in a little bit of deeper water where the price will reverse and go down to lower levels. Thank you so much for watching. Smash up the like if you enjoyed the alpha, subscribe for future notifications, and until the next one, cheers for now.